best known outside the United States as the Open Championship, or simply the Open. This annual golf competition held in the UK is by far the oldest golf major. There's a mystery about the Open Championship, and golf's must-watch event is now so popular you have to win a ticket lottery to get a prized ticket. But what makes the Claret jug so coveted? Keep an eye out for the details. Recognized as the world's oldest golf major, the Open Championship brings together professional and amateur golfers from around the globe to put their skills to the test in a bid to take home the Claret jug. And despite the fact that the event is the sole championship held in the United Kingdom, it still stands out amongst the Masters, the PGA Championship, and the US Open. While theoretically open to both amateur and professional golfers, the tournament derives its name from its focus on renowned professional players, with only a limited number of amateurs receiving invitations. Still, this championship has a rich history and is hosted on various stunning coastal links golf courses throughout the UK, with notable venues such as St Andrews and Royal St George. And now, the upcoming 151st Open Championship in 2023 is set to grace the renowned Royal Liverpool Golf Club. But while we anticipate this historic event, let's take a nostalgic journey to explore the origins of golf's original major. The inaugural Open Championship was played at Prestwick Golf Club in Scotland, where a field of 8 professionals played 3 rounds of Prestwick's 12-hole course in one day on October 17, 1860. Willie Park Sr. was the very first Open champion, after beating old Tom Morris into second place. He was then awarded the challenge belt, made of red Morocco leather with a silver buckle that each champion was to keep until the following Open. The following year, the tournament expanded its participation to include amateur golfers, and it was the beginning of better things to come. In 1863, a purse of £10 to be shared among the professionals finishing in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place was introduced, and in 1864, a first-place cash prize of £6 was added. Although £6 as a cash prize for a champion of the Open seems pretty small, it's actually a lot bigger than you think, and it was literally one of the highest remuneration any sporting event offered. Fast forward to 1870, and Tom Morris Jr. made history by securing his 3rd consecutive Open win, earning the privilege to permanently retain the challenge belt. But it'll interest you to know that Willie Park Sr. and old Tom Morris, father of the 1870 Open champion Tom Morris Jr., were great rivals in the golf world and often played challenge matches against each other. Willie Park Sr. was the son of a farmer from Musselburgh, who started playing golf with a whittled stick for a club. Willie, the first champion golfer of the year, and old Tom Morris, along with Willie's brother Mungo and Tom's son young Tommy, frequently competed against each other in these matches. However, only young Tommy had the privilege of taking permanent ownership of the challenge belt thanks to his 3 consecutive Open wins. But the decision to permanently award the golf prodigy with the belt came with a price, a serious one that would birth the coveted trophy. Following the absence of the challenge belt or any other award to present to the champion, the Open was not held until 1872, when it was decided that the winning golfer would receive the golf champion trophy, now famously known as the Claret jug. So while the tournament had to go on a break, denying golfers the chance to putt for dough and fans the opportunity to see their favorite dominant golfers do their thing on the greens, the endpoint saw the beginning of an entirely new phase in the history of the Open Championship. Starting in 1892, the Open Championship adopted a format of 72 holes, consisting of 4 rounds of 18 holes. Then, in 1898, a cut was introduced, effectively reducing the field of participants after the completion of the initial 2 rounds of play. The Open Championship has primarily been a stage for professional golfers, with amateurs claiming only 6 victories, all of which occurred before 1930. The last amateur to win was Bobby Jones's 3rd Open, which marked an iconic milestone as part of his Grand Slam achievement, clinching all 4 major tournament victories in a single calendar year. During the mid-20th century, the popularity of golf soared, and the gentleman's game produced a remarkable roster of Open champions. England's Sir Henry Cotton won in 1934, 1937, and 1948. South Africa's Bobby Locke achieved victory in 1949, 1950, 1952, and again in 1957, while Australia's Peter W. Thompson dominated the championship, winning in 1954 through 1956, 1958, and 1965. Arnold Palmer, on the other hand, won the tournament just twice, consecutively in 1961 and 1962. However, Tom Watson stands out as the only American with the highest number of Open wins, with 5 wins in 1975, 1977, 1980, 1982, and 1983. Watson's final win in 1983 marked a transition from American dominance as champions from various countries, including Spain, Australia, and England, emerged in the subsequent years. For the next decade, there was only one American winner, with the Claret jug going to Australia's Greg Norman, Spain's Seve Ballesteros, and England's Nick Faldo, among others. Fast forward to 1995, when the Open Championship joined the PGA Tour's official schedule. John Daly's victory in the year's edition marked the beginning of another American dominance, with 10 out of the next 13 winners being from the United States. Tiger Woods stood out among them, winning 3 championships in 2000, 2005, and 2006. The following years would see several first-time major tournament winners, like Scotland's Paul Lowry in 1999, United States' David Duval and Ben Curtis in 2001 and 2003 respectively, and Irishman Padraig Harrington in 2007. But unlike the Masters tournament that is held at Augusta National Golf Club in Augusta, Georgia, the Open Championship rotates between golf courses in Scotland. The Prestwick Golf Club played host to the inaugural championship in 1860, and it was held there every year until St. Andrews hosted the major for the first time in 1873. As the championship progressed, the competition rotated between various golf courses in Scotland, with Prestwick, Musselburgh, and St. Andrews hosting the Open between 1873 and 1892. But in 1931, the Open was held outside of the 3 golf courses for the first time, as Carnoustie Golf Links was added to the rotation. However, it wasn't until 1951 that it was eventually staged outside Scotland, taking place in Northern Ireland at the Royal Portrush Golf Club. Over time, the Open Championship has expanded its list of courses to include Royal St. George, Murrayfield, and Royal Liverpool. However, the iconic old course at St. Andrews stands out as the most famous golf venue worldwide, having hosted the championships a record 30 times. This year's edition, set to kick off in a couple of days, will be held at the Royal Liverpool, which is also recognized as one of the oldest golf venues globally. But hey, what about the Jersey golfer with the highest Open title? Harry Vardon won the British Open 6 times, earning a spot in the World Golf Hall of Fame. His remarkable achievement is commemorated with his 6 British Open Championship medals on display at the Jersey Museum. We certainly won't forget memorable moments that have shaped the tournament, like when Bobby Jones walked off the course at his inaugural debut at St. Andrews in 1921 after failing to escape a bunker on the 11th. When Jones returned in 1927, his fortunes were changed, and his love for the famous links was born. But the unforgettable moment came in 1930 when Jones won the Amateur Championship, becoming the first and only player to win all 4 majors in a calendar year. And then we've got Tiger Woods, whose recent woes make it easy to forget that he has won 15 major titles, including 3 Open Championships. It took Tiger 6 attempts before he finally won the Open, and when he broke his dock in 2000, he became the youngest player to capture the career Grand Slam. Tiger remarkably avoided all of St. Andrews' punishing bunkers for an 8-shot victory. Woods would go on to add his name to the Claret jug for a second time in 2005 and later in 2006. This year's Open Championship promises to be spectacular as 12 members of the 2023 Live Golf League, including defending champion Cameron Smith, have confirmed their entry into the 151st Open. But what do you make of this year's edition of the British Open?